Okay, this is Kenmore, model 1913, and trying to help the lady whose stretch stitches are not working. You may not have noticed, but your stitch width zigzag is frozen as well, because you have your stitch width set at 2. That should always cause a zigzag stitch on these. And yours, apparently, you were saying it was doing straight stitches, not zigzag. So I put the zigzag video, or a link to my blog post with the videos and instructions on unfreezing the zigzag. But back to the stretch stitch mechanism. Basically, your reverse mechanisms are frozen. See this little box right here? Watch that. See how it tips back and forth? Just a second right now. When it tips back, that's reverse. Forward. Reverse. If that is too sticky on both sides, you're not going to get your zigzag stitches. But you basically need a paintbrush dipped in rubbing alcohol or kerosene, and clean on both the sides of this, the slots on each side of that little pivoting cam follower box. That controls your stitch length and stitch width. The tilt of that is what determines stitch length and stitch width. Now, I have the stitch modifier set at medium, and I copied your settings. You had it on stitch width of 2, here, and you had it on 6 stitches per inch. And I did put the stitch modifier in the middle. I recommend you do that when you're testing to see if your stitch reverse stuff is working. And actually, now I put it on the longest one, and basically it'll tilt further back, so it makes the reverse longer. So you need to make those kind of adjustments anyway. That's why it's a modifier from short to medium to long. But anyway, to get your mechanism all working, first get that cleaned up on both sides, and then oil it with tri-flow oil or sewing machine oil. And then follow your linkages. Make sure everything is cleaned and oiled all along the linkages for the stitch length and stitch length and reverse. But also you're going to need to do your zigzag stuff. That's pretty normal. It's just dry sticky oil. That's all it is. No big deal. Clean it off with rubbing alcohol. I usually use a paintbrush or Q-tips dipped in rubbing alcohol. That's what I usually use, because that way I won't have problems with chemicals. Just clean all those areas everywhere that oil, metal moves through or against other metal pieces. Because anywhere that it is too sticky to move, and you want to know if your reverse is all the way freed up, see how that pops back as soon as I let go of it? It's making the spring go bzzz because it's flipping back so fast. That's what you want. If that moves back slowly, it's really gummy, and you'll need to clean it and oil it. And it sometimes takes several cleaning and oilings to get these things fully freed up. And this is one of the very most common areas to get dry and sticky, that and the zigzag mechanism.